Get ready to match the stars. Jack Cassidy, Brett Summers, Charles Nelson Reilly, Tommy Van Dyke, Richard Dawson, and Betty White as we play the star-studded Big Money Match Game 75. And now here's the star of Match Game 75, Gene Rivers.
How do you do?
Like Judge Claiborne.
That's... Listen, that fellow who's walking backstage with you, is that your husband?
Yes, he's also my manager and producer.
You didn't introduce me to him.
Yes, I did.
Seems awfully...
Of him.
Oh, sure, yeah, well.
Seems
Brett.
awfully young for you, Connie.
Now, you and he...
I think so. I like younger men.
You and he are on Tattletales this week, aren't you?
Yes, we certainly are.
On the new time.
Yes,
11 o'clock in
11
the
o'clock
east
Eastern.
and 10
Who
o'clock
did that
in the
show?
Midwestern.
Who? What are you?
No, all the times, and I don't know the time.
Yeah, it's 11 o'clock
No,
Eastern
we,
and 10 o'clock Western.
I could have done the show. I turned it down.
Why
Because
did
he's
you...
no longer married.
That's right, old-timer. Welcome to divorce court.
Shall we press on?
Get over
Say
that.
hello to Ron Valenti and Susan Rogan. Listen to me now. This one over here is the current champ. He's got $12,400. And something very unusual happened when we were together last time. He got all 6 celebrity matches on his first question. It's really unusual for a first-round question. I mean, we expected, you know, meat, macaroni and other things, but everybody said meatball over there, and so that means you, Susan, you've got to match the 3 remaining celebrities on your second round question. Are you ready for that?
Yes, I am.
All right, we'll be ready in a minute or so. We'll see what happens. Okay, here we go. Round 2. Susan, you have your choice.
B, please.
B. 3 people do this. Jack, Charles, and Betty. It's a bicentennial question.
My favorite.
200 years ago today, George Washington, the first American to wear a powdered wig, finds a new use for wig powder. He uses it to powder his blank.
Answer for that.
Aren't you so you're not playing?
No, I'm tickled to death, actually.
Take my answer.
That says Burt Reynolds in WW and the Dixie Dance Kings.
He wanted to give me something to remember him by, but
Yes.
I settled for his T-shirt.
You know, Burt used to be on this show a lot.
Did he?
Yeah, before he got to be a big star.
He tells me that.
He'll be wanting back again, Gene. Trust
Yo,
me.
he'll come. You think he'll come back?
I saw his last film.
Oh, no.
Would you put it in the thing in the slot?
sorry.
You forgot about that.
Amazing he was saying the same thing about you.
Yes. All right, here we go with Susan Rogan. Ready. 200 years ago today, George Washington, the first American to wear a powdered wig, finds a new use for wig powder. He uses it to powder his...
Body?
Body? You say body, Susan.
Yes.
The jury is out on that. What do you say, Jack?
Oh, they'll be out for a longie on this one, too.
Really?
I said his wife Martha's teeth.
His wife Martha's teeth. So that means Ron Valenti wins another game. What do you have, Charles? His feet, and Betty had wooden teeth. Here we go again. All right. Susan, good luck on your blessed event in August.
Thank you.
And thank you for being here on Match Game 75.
Thank you.
We've
I
got a
enjoyed
gift
it.
for you. Susan Rogan, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Here's that big thing again, Ron. You ready?
Yeah,
Okay, don't touch me. Don't put your arm around me, anything like that, right?
I won't do that.
Because they start talking in the locker room. We polled a recent studio audience, and we got their best response to this. Nancy blank. Now, the answer, remember, they gave most often is worth $500 if you match it. You match the second one, you get $250. If you match the third, you get $100. Whom do you call on?
Betty again.
Betty, dear.
Mercy.
Miss White, honey.
Hi, let's... Fanny, where are you?
Nancy.
Nancy Reagan.
Nancy Reagan.
Well, it's better than President Arthur.
Yes. All right.
Richard.
Richard, what do you say?
Son of Nancy Reagan. I'll say Nancy Sinatra.
Nancy Sinatra. Okay.
Conny.
Did you say Connie?
Oh, you said me?
Yes.
Oh, I was going to say that, which means I have to not do that, right?
Well, no, that's right. You can't do that, and you have to very quickly think up another one. That's the tough part of this game.
Hanks is the only other name that comes to
Nancy Hanks.
me. Wife of Lincoln.
Of Abraham Lincoln, right.
Oh, I know that's going to be in the number one slot. Nancy.
Powder.
We were talking about her this morning,
That's
weren't we?
right. Everybody's been talking about her. Nancy Hanks. Now listen. Abraham
Mother,
Lincoln's
not his
mother,
wife,
not
his
his
mother.
wife. Yes.
Mrs. Lincoln was his wife, I
That's
think.
right. Now listen to me, Ron. You got Nancy Reagan, Nancy Sinatra, and Nancy Hank. I used to call him Reagan before he got to be governor when he was an actor, but I don't know how that goes. Now, you want one of those, or have you got a better one? Now, think about this.
Nancy Sinatra.
You want Nancy Sinatra? Okay. He says Nancy Sinatra is what he wants, and we'll find out if Nancy's up there.
Nancy with the laughing.
May we see the $100 response. Nancy Walker.
She's so strange.
Yeah,
Did you see Nancy blank? And we never thought of Wilson, or
no.
Walker.
that's right.
I didn't even think of Nancy Blank.
Yeah, there are a couple of others too that may come up here that you haven't thought about.
Face.
We're looking for Nancy Sinatra. Here's the $250
Nancy Margolis.
response. Nancy Drew.
Oh, everybody's humming her name.
That was the brother of President Lincoln, I
That's
think.
right.
I don't hear so
They
badly.
didn't talk
Who
about
was
it.
Nancy
Girl
Drew?
detective.
Who was Nancy Drew? Tell me.
Nancy Drew, girl detective.
Nancy
The
drew
girl
very
detective.
little applause.
Right. Nancy Drew, girl detective.
Okay, I don't
we
read those
have no
girl
bananas.
books.
She never lost a case.
Last chance
There it
for
is.
Nancy Sinatra. Here's
There
the
it is. Hit it.
$500 response. Sinatra it is. I scared you, didn't I? Okay, Ron. Ron, I'm straight.
You were.
So you got an even 13,000. You're going to try for another 5,000. You got to match one celebrity head to head exactly.
Richard.
Richard. Okay, get ready to write. $5,000. Blank ice. I-C-E. We appreciate your enthusiasm, audience, but please don't say any answers out loud because it may be a rotten answer. And then what do you? And that's your fault. Okay, Richard's finished. Now, Ron, we call on you for your response. One you think will match his. Blank ice.
Dry ice.
Dry ice. All right, Richard. For $5,000, does he match you with dry ice?
It never would occur to me that you would know about it because we use it in movies and things. For
That's right.
Special.
You
I
like
say
pitch-
crushed ice.
Crushed ice. Yeah.
Both are good answers.
Yeah, they are
thank you,
both good
Charles.
answers.
How about
Crushed is
thin
good.
ice?
Thin ice. Yeah, there are a number of good choices there. All right, Ron, you picked up a little more money. You got another you're up to $13,000. You're going to meet another player in a moment or so after this message. We are ready to start another game. To do so, we're very happy to present a new player. Let's welcome Edna Banks. Hi, Edna.
Hello.
Edna, please tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Edna Banks. I'm from Carson, California. I'm an elementary school librarian, and I have a 12-year-old out there rooting for me today.
Well, all right. You have a lot more people rooting out in television land. Will be rooting for you. You must have friends who'll be watching this program. You think that's true?
Yes.
And maybe some of the kids who take books out of your library will be rooting for you,
I'm
too.
sure they will.
And all of you kids who've stolen books out of your library, will you bring them back? All right, here we go. Edna, please make a selection.
A.
A it is. A for Edna. See, it shows you how good I can spell.
Hey,
Wonderful.
Lois Lane said, when Superman was younger, he could bend steel bars with his bare hands, but now he's so old he can't even bend a blank. When Superman was younger, he could bend steel bars.
Stop looking at what I'm doing.
With his bare... Don't fight up there, children. But now he's so old he can't even bend a blank.
You know, I did Superman on Broadway, Gene.
Yes, you did, didn't you, Jack?
I was brilliant.
Yes, of course.
Now, just a moment. He's a great star of the stage. He won a Tony Award over me. I lost to him. But why don't you tell him the part you played was not Superman? I didn't know you were in the race.
Yes. What part did he win the Tony for?
For She Loves Me.
Oh, that's right.
And I was up for Hello, Dolly, and they called. They said, the envelope, please. And this man came out with a funny blue card and said, Jack Cassidy.
Yes.
That was Peggy Cass. That wasn't a man.
It did.
Exactly.
Did you put that in the slot?
I'll put this.
All right, now we're all finished. We come over here to Edna Banks. Lois Lane said, when Superman was younger, he could bend steel bars with his bare hands. But now he's so old he can't even bend a...
Paperclip?
A paper clip. Paper clip.
Almost, but not
That's
right.
a very good answer. You got anything close to a paper clip there?
No?
They like your answer, Edna. It may be a loser, but they like it. What do you say?
No, it's a clipping answer, but I went for spoon, Gene.
A spoon.
Teething spoon.
Yes.
Well,
Jack,
pablum and all
that's
that.
pretty bad.
Ah, you communists.
What do you say?
I say I have a direct line to Moscow.
Oh, you do?
Yes. No, I said hairpin.
Very good.
Hairpin is close to paper.
See it. She
Now wait.
manages to see it every
Yes, that's
time.
it. He's always stealing my answers.
So you
So
stole one
fixed
from him?
I said hairpin.
You
Edna,
said-
I'm glad you work with children. You have
Yeah.
a lovely, warm, patient, beautiful face.
Edna,
I thought it was a winning
hairpin
answer.
is getting close to paper clip, and you never can tell. One of these may turn up with a paper clip. What do you say?
I don't like the way you called that. It may be a loser, because I have a paperclip.
That's very good. Very good. Very good. Superman was young. He could bend steel bars with his bare hands. Now he's so old he can't even bend a, she says, paper clip.
A wire hanger.
A wire hanger.
Gets a hernia if he tries.
That's right. What do you say?
yourself on that.
I
Here's
think,
why.
I think it's time for a meeting. What material is a paperclip?
Metal, steel, usually. Yeah.
Not steel.
Wire.
Wire.
Wire. Oh, but the wire, no, it could be.
No, could be a cable. Could be a telegram.
All right, so that's 2 for Edna, and now let's see how you do, Ron, with this. King Arthur said,
Ah, yes.
he said, the men are losing confidence in Sir Lancelot. Today on the battlefield, instead of carrying a sword, Sir Lancelot carried a blank. Yes. They're losing confidence in Sir Lancelot because today on the battlefield, instead of carrying a sword, Sir Lancelot carried a blank.
Cedric out on the end of the dock, ready to go for a swim.
Okay, as long as he's got a good answer, what do I care there?
Yes.
You can change your mind if you like.
No.
Oh, all right. All right. Put in the slot there, Jack, and away we go. Brett.
What, dear? Was there something you
No,
wanted?
paperclip was last round.
Listen, I hear you're in the W.C. Fields movie.
Yes, and I'm
And you're playing
brilliant.
John Barrymore, and you're brilliant in it.
I am. I'm playing
Are you-
John Barrymore.
Are you doing it now, or are you finished?
No, Gina, I've done 2 days, and I go back the 30th. I'll be on it for 3 more weeks.
Yeah.
W.C. Fields is played by Rod Steiger and Valerie Perrine. They're marvelous. Aren't they?
Yeah. He's an authority on W.C. Fields, and
And on Rod Steiger.
and I
And
read
I'm-
Valerie Perrine.
and yes.
Speaking about authorities, I'm directing Dickie in a new play. But we'll talk about that another
Oh,
show.
really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, tell us.
yes, my little chickadee.
King Arthur said, the men are losing confidence in Sir Lancelot. Today on the battlefield, instead of carrying a sword, Sir Lancelot carried a
Knife.
knife. A knife, you say?
They don't say.
What would Lady Guinevere say about that? What do you say,
He'd say,
Jack?
don't knock it till you've tried it.
I believe she'd say that. I went for a very simple answer this time, Gene, because I didn't want to get too complex with this crowd. I went for slingshot.
Slingshot. Instead of carrying a sword, Sir Lancelot carried a slingshot. He said, I'll slay you with my slingshot.
Yes. They laughed a lot. It meant a lot.
What do you say?
No, he said, I'll peel you with my paring knife.
Paring knife. Hey, there's a match. Paring knife. Charles.
No.
He said, I'm going to hit them with my feather.
Not too hard.
The engagement is off.
Okay. Connie Van Dyke, you're up.
If this wouldn't make you lose.
Carrying a sword, instead of carrying a sword, Shalon's carried a...
Purse.
A purse. I'll smash you with my purse. Well, that's won many a battle, hasn't it?
Lost a lot of confidence.
Yes.
They're all losing confidence with him, aren't they?
That's right. All the today on
Last time he was on the battleground.
Right.
He didn't have a big
sword.
He was carrying a hairdryer.
A hairdryer. Well, let's now. Hello, Miss White.
But he was carrying it in his purse.
In a purse. Two purses, one hairdryer. Oh, no.
No, with a trick knee.
No wonder the English Empire is coming apart. That's it. Okay, here we go to round two. No, we don't go to round two. Don't do nothing until you hear from me. We're going to do this message first, and then we're going to go to round two. You got that straight? Here we go to round two. Scores 2-1 in favor of Edna. And round two, Edna, you have your choice now, A or B.
I'll take B.
B it is. Here we go. Last time you matched two of our celebrities, Betty and Connie. The two of you ladies will not participate. Everybody else will. The warden had a strange sense of humor. When they sat Rocco down in the electric chair, just for kicks, the warden stuck a light bulb in Rocco's blank.
He did have a strange sense of humor.
That's right. You're missing all the goodies. The warden had a strange sense of humor. When they sat Rocco down in the electric chair, just for kicks, the warden stuck a light bulb in Rocco's blank.
Let's really work for this one.
Now, she just is copying. She says, let's really work for this one, looks at my answer, and then copies it
I
down.
didn't see his answer because his writing is illegible.
I don't want to hear about it anymore.
Neither do I. All right, we're all set here. Edna. The warden had a strange sense of humor. When they sat Rocco down in the electric chair, just for kicks, the warden stuck a light bulb in Rocco's blank.
Mouth.
In his mouth. They like that one. Let's see if it works for you. Stuck a light bulb in his mouth, Jack.
I worked for 40 years with that warden. We used to call him Bolts and Knuckles. He was a tough... Anyway, I was doing John Garfield for you people who live in the valley. I said mouth, and a sensible choice.
There it is. 3 for you, Edna. Brett.
Do you know what this is?
Yeah.
This is a Girl Scout's honor. I used to be a scout.
Right.
I did not steal my answer from Mr. Reilly. Mouth.
Mouth. Did you steal your mouth from Mr. Reilly? What do you say, Charles?
I didn't put mouth because being a rugged person, I said mouth.
You said mouth. I'd say you don't, but you do, I hear.
Oh,
so would you just show and tell now to the camera like you always do and say something witty and gay and charming as you always do?
Not gay, dear.
I'll go over here.
Just witty.
And, wait
Well,
for
if
you.
Charlie's rugged, I'd be going out with lizards. Mouth.
Mouth it is. Got them all. You know what you have to do? What do you got to do? You got to match 5 celebrities to stay in the game. Who's the one person who does not play? Brett.
Moi.
The rest of you will do this. Bernie, the stockbroker, said, Wall Street is a terrible place to work. Every time one of my clients loses money, he throws blank out the window. Bernie, the stockbroker, said, Wall Street is a terrible place to work. Every time one of my clients loses money, he throws blank out the window.
Oh, I'm glad I'm not playing.
Every time one of my clients loses money, he throws blank out the window. All right, Charles is finished. Everybody ready down here?
I love when we take time because the audience can hear our lovely theme music, the only unhummable song in the history of music.
Understand Mark Goodson put lyrics to it.
Yes. Bernie the stockbroker said, Wall Street is a terrible place to work. Every time one of my clients loses money, He throws blank out the window.
Ticket tape.
Ticker tape. Okay, Ron, let's find out. You got to match everybody to stay in the game. He says, ticker tape.
How does he say it?
Ticker tape.
I love it. Love to see you do Gilpin and Sullivan.
Ron, you've got perfect taste. Ticker tape.
Ticker tape. There's one.
Ticker tape. Ticker tape.
All right, got to match Charles.
Yes.
I'm sorry, $13,000. I'm sorry it had to be such an unlucky number. I'm sorry. His secretary.
His secretary. So that means Edna wins the game. What do the rest of you have there? Okay, come on down, Edna.
Congratulations.
Okay, Edna. Ron, you're going. Gosh, it's been wonderful having you here. You're going to go with $13,000 and our best wishes.
The girls are certainly
Ron
gonna miss ya.
Valenti. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. We're spinning off. We'll spin this commercial for you. Thank you all. Join us again with Eugene Raymond, Match Game 75. Goodbye.
This is Johnny Olson speaking for Match Game 75. A Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.